The last year has been fraught with many challenges at every level, including education. Guyana's response to COVID mirrored much of the world. A year ago, the ministry's journey began to lend our support to all of our students and teachers.
Teachers, like all other public servants, continue to receive their salaries as a social safety net. While for our students, the distribution of the Uniform School Supplies grant across Guyana was doubled from $2,000 to $4,000. Additionally, our government has now restored the Because We Care cash grant, providing each public school student with $15,000 to assist with their education.
Given the fact that face-to-face learning was not possible over the last year, the ministry took on the uphill task of preparing curriculum-aligned, teacher-created worksheets by grade level for mass distribution. Paper-based content was chosen due to it being the most equitable resource delivery mechanism in Guyana. To date, this accounts to 58,890 worksheets for the nursery level, 239,004 at the primary level, and 235,864 at the secondary level. The Guyana Learning Channel has expanded its reach through the Hinterland Riverine Project with the objective of providing every community in the hinterland and riverine areas with television, satellite, and solar power to benefit from educational broadcasts. Communities that have never had access to the Learning Channel, such as Porima, Cameron, Kaikan, and others are some of the beneficiaries thus far. Furthermore, places such as Essequibo, Oriala, Berbice, and Aituni have been restored after being down for almost 2 years. But the ministry didn't stop there. We then made available study materials in an electronic format via the Ministry of Education's website and social media spaces. All Ministry of Education produced and licensed resources, including worksheets, study packages, textbooks, and other helpful contents, such as specific links to photos, audio files, and videos, recorded lessons are available there. The Education Ministry further enhanced its functionality by purchasing rights to 2 new primary level textbooks, Social Studies Made Easy and Science Made Easy. Further, the Ministry of Education entered into free professional development arrangements with the Commonwealth of Learning and Coursera, where over 55,000 citizens, including over 8,000 teachers, benefited from a myriad of certifiable courses of study from internationally recognized institutions. In a bid to ensure there is minimal knowledge loss, the ministry mandated that all teachers improve their skills in the use of ICT for teaching, learning, and innovation provided by the Ministry of Education through a partnership with Profutura Foundation. Guyana is now their lead user in this region with over 10,000 enrolled teachers and approximately 3,800 of them completing all 8 modules offered from basic to advanced proficiency. And to boost its capacity, the Education Ministry graduated 48 new cadets to become education officers.
Since a lot of time was spent outside of the classroom, the ministry engaged a team of international consultants who worked closely with our local experts to thoroughly examine our curriculum and craft a consolidated version that will allow coverage of developmentally appropriate grade-level expectations in a compressed timeline. This created the need to conduct ongoing teacher professional development of approximately 1,200 teachers in the utilization of the consolidated curricula.
The ministry provided smart spaces in schools with the setup of 9 smart rooms and the provision of 1,053 technological inputs to students and teachers, first starting with the most underprivileged. Meanwhile, TVET went online and over $65 million in ICT equipment was given to TVET institutions for online learning. We also added virtual reinforcement lessons launched for hinterland students preparing for CSEC.
The ministry introduced the Education Management Information System, EMIS and crafted the EMIS ICT policy that will allow for more integrated systems of education management and communication from the school to central ministry,
as well as revolutionize the teaching and learning process where students, through their seemingly traditional technologies, become more active agents in their learning. The ministry, through the Guyana Learning Channel, launched the NGSA Booster Program to assist students in preparing for the upcoming NGSA exams. These programs are also available on YouTube and Facebook.
The Cyril Potter College of Education has gone fully online to offer training to Guyanese with over 2,500 first-year students, a major increase from the usual 534 students.
The Ministry of Education's website has been improved with additional learning material made available, including past papers, worksheets, and workbooks.
As an added measure of preparation, the QuizMe platform was launched to provide students with the opportunity to practice exam quality questions on the ministry's website.
Apart from that, radio is now being used as one of the primary avenues for education delivery, as online training for TVET educators was also launched. The ministry began the installation of smart classrooms across Guyana, with Regions 3 and 6 receiving their first such classroom in history.
In order to improve equitable access to education, the ministry oversaw the completion of the Westminster Secondary School, which will house over 1,000 students. This school will eliminate all primary tops in Region 3, moving Guyana closer to achieving universal secondary education.
Separately, the sod was turned for the construction of the Martyrsville Nursery School on the east coast of Demerara and the Prospect Secondary School. Meanwhile, contracts were signed for expansion and rehabilitation of Hopetown and Bederferwakin practical instruction centers.
In an effort to increase ease of access, the ministry has made the NGSA results available. Pupils and parents can now access on the ministry's website. In December, the ministry celebrated the launch of CAPE at the Anna Regina Secondary and West Demerara Secondary Schools. MOE continues to shine in the midst of a global crisis, and to this end, the Welfare Department holds fast to its mandate in lending the much-needed support to schools throughout Guyana.
The Ministry of Education is committed to developing and supporting our teachers and students in every way we can. We will continue to pursue every avenue available to us to accomplish this goal, even during these trying times for the world and our country.